Here is a high protein overnight oats recipe that you can make from home in order to give yourself some calories for your morning workout, as well as the protein to recover after that workout is completed. So before we begin, Transparent Labs did reach out to me via email to see if I'd like to sample any of their products and make a video reviewing it as well. So after watching this, if you'd like to try out any of the Transparent Labs products, feel free to use code GamerBody over at their website when checking out to save 10% off your order. But with that, let's take a look at how to make this overnight oats recipe. So the first ingredient that goes into this overnight oats recipe will be oatmeal. I'm just using H-E-B's standard oatmeal, and I pour in about 40 grams to get started. Next up, I'm going to take out some frozen blueberries I also got from H-E-B and pour in a solid 140 grams in order to get a lot of blueberries in there, as it really helps with the taste and texture of the meal. Next up, we have our first Transparent Labs product, and it will be creatine, where I pour in 5 grams for the recipe. So the next ingredient is optional depending if you are using vanilla or chocolate protein in your recipe. For me, I was sent vanilla, so I took out 5 grams of chocolate powder and put it into this recipe as well. Next up, we have yogurt, and I recommend a higher protein yogurt for this one. I'm using Oikos. There is another brand I used to use that was 25 grams of protein, but this particular one is only 15 grams of protein per container, and I just put the whole container in. You can also do 1 serving if it's not like a container you're using. Maybe you're just going straight from the bucket. But again, you want to make sure that you get at least a container's worth or 1 serving of that protein yogurt. And now for this second Transparent Labs product, this will be the vanilla protein powder I was talking about before, where I just put in about 1 scoop. I think it was about 30 grams of protein-ish per scoop, which for me would be about 24-25 grams of protein for that amount. And to top it all off, we're going to put a 1/3 cup of water into the recipe. You can also, if you'd like to have more calories and protein, pour a 1/3 cup of milk instead. So now you have all the ingredients, go ahead and put on the cap and shake it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Once you've done that, put it in the fridge overnight so that it can all kind of blend together and come out with a great, consistent, thick texture for that morning breakfast meal. So my workout just wrapped up, and here is what I normally have after these workouts in the morning. So this is the oatmeal protein overnight oats that I make for my workouts. Let's see how it tastes though with the Transparent Labs protein powder. I've not had this yet, but let's see how it tastes. Overall, not bad. Pretty similar to what I used in the past. But yeah, I'd say this is pretty much the exact same tasting thing. Again, this was the vanilla. I might go with just chocolate in the future, unless you want to put your own chocolate in like I did. But overall, this tastes really, really good. Much better than the protein bars, but overall, I really, really like this. So if you want something that is pretty high in protein, really easy to make, and something you just stick in your fridge and is ready to go in the morning after your workouts, I highly recommend taking a look at this as an option. So this meal has about 510 calories. Of that, 67 of it are carbs, with 47 grams of protein and 7 grams of fat. Now for Transparent Labs products, the protein and creatine taste just great in this overnight oats recipe, which I'm very happy to see. I was using other ones in the past, just like store-bought brand creatine and protein powder, but feel free, again, you can save 10% with code GamerBody if you want to buy from Transparent Labs. So the last product that Transparent Labs sent me is the protein bar. So I'll put it on screen for you, the first one that I ate, as they did send me 3. But my verdict in the end is this is not a very good protein bar, and I hope that they are able to improve this moving forward. My final assessment is that it is very chalky tasting. It stuck to my teeth a lot. It was also very dry. So I hope you were able to improve the recipe for this and come out with some better ones in the future. Now my favorite are still the Kirkland protein bars that you can buy from Costco, as well as the Quest bars that are in pretty much every store out there nowadays. But those would be the ones I'd go to over this product, and I hope that Transparent Labs can improve them. The protein powder and creatine have been just great though in everything I've tried, including this recipe. But with that, go ahead and try this overnight oats recipe. I make this pretty much every day of the week outside of weekends. So if I'm doing like my 9-to-5 job, I usually have it in a breakfast before I go to work that morning and before my normal workouts. So again, I eat this a lot, and I'm very glad that it's something that's quick, easy, and painless to make, and then easy to eat in the morning. Now again, if you want to save 10% over at Transparent Labs, use code GamerBody at checkout over there. But with that, remember to be fit and game on.